Okay. I don't even know if I'm on. I really don't. It says welcome to live chat. I don't know if I'm on. I don't know if I got anybody in here. I don't know anything. Oh, and I left my stand at home. Right. I can usually help myself sometimes, but today I don't know, and I don't have my stand. I normally have my stand, so I'm trying to. How about now? Can somebody tell me if y'all can hear me now? Lord, I hope y'all can hear me because I don't had a whole spiel and getting into it, and y'all can't even hear what I'm saying.
You know, Spirit is the one who is messing up your phone, so you know that, right?
Right. Let me get my other phone and see if I can hear myself. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But I feel like this is an important topic. Like, I feel like as patients, as if you relate in any way with somebody having sickle cell. Oh, thank you, Abhinav. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And guess what? They
Um,
don't want you to get the message out.
so I am not teaching. What I'm actually doing is I'm having a conversation about something that has been heavy on my heart, which is sickle cell warriors and supporting what's going on. And I usually want to do this when I'm set up with my mic and everything looks great, but I'm in the middle of a sickle cell crisis, right? And hi everybody, hi. I'm in the middle of a sickle cell crisis, and I came into the day hospital for treatment. And when I came in, I saw one of my girls who's also a warrior, and we started to talk about the topic that I've been wanting to talk about, and it just got really good. And I was like, oh, I need to go live, and we need to have this conversation, this discussion, and we need to see, what other people feel and let other people weigh in. And right now, I have gotten like 2 doses, which is, if you're a sickle cell warrior, you can relate. When you get like your first or second dose is when you really start feeling better. You're not feeling all the way better, but you start feeling better. You've got a little bit of your personality back. But then when you get to feel all the way better, that's when you become drowsy. Sometimes people can't hear what I'm saying. Or sometimes you tell too much. A lot of people say, pain medication is a truth serum, and sometimes I believe that, right? So I wanted to come out here and have the conversation with y'all before I start, I start feeling all the way better and drowsy, and y'all can't hear what I'm saying. What I was saying, I also mentioned earlier that there was one time I did a recording while I was in the hospital, and someone went on to my comment and said, you sound like you're high or you're drunk or whatever. And I said, well, I'm sorry you feel that way, but that's what happens when you're medicated, whether you break your leg, you having surgery, whatever the case is. I don't know if y'all seen videos of people that are under anesthesia and they're just acting a certain kind of way. It is what it is. But yes, Rosella, thank you. I am okay. I'm doing better. I was having a terrible 10 pain, but I love that I come. Yeah, I'm talking to my people, my other fellow warriors. I love that I can come. I don't know if everybody has the opportunity in their state or wherever they are, but in my state, at the hospital that I go to, we have something that we call the Sickle Cell Day Hospital. And it's basically you can come in just for the day to get treatment for your sickle cell pain, but there's no overnight stay. Like you have to go home. And there's also like some rules and stuff that are included with it, which if y'all care to know, we'll talk about it. But basically, hi everybody. Hello, as y'all coming in. Thank y'all so much for coming and joining me. I wasn't expecting that anybody was gonna come. I was just gonna let people you know, watch it later. Okay, so the thing that I wanted to talk about today is sickle cell warriors and participating in sickle cell related stuff, right? And I mean that by saying that I notice that whenever there's a event or something for sickle cell that can affect us, in a way, we don't show up. For example, recently they had a legislator, like it was on Zoom, but it was basically talking about how the new legislations are going to affect us as sickle cell warriors. And, a lot of people didn't show up. No, sickle cell is not curable. They have a lot of treatments and stuff that has helped, and they've came up with, different things over the year, but it's not curable yet. It's something that we're still working on, and we're hoping to God that they'll find a cure. There's something that they call a bone marrow transplant. A bone marrow transplant is supposed to remove all your sickled cell out of your body and leave you with good red blood cells. But the only thing with that is there are some issues that go along with that, and it's not a complete cure. Some people still have crisis. So there's a lot of things in it that
There are cures, but for
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that I mean, I wouldn't consider a bone marrow cure though, like because a lot of people still have issues with it. But that's another thing. My friend was saying, I can tell you your name. Yeah. Okay, Tasha was saying that it is a cure, but you have to be 25 and under to be able to participate. And I look like I'm 20, but I'm past that stage, if you know what I mean. Oh, thank you, Rosella. Thank you. That makes me feel really good because whenever I'm going through a crisis, I don't usually feel beautiful. I feel, ugh, yuck. But thank you. Thank you. That really made me feel happy. And I'm sorry, like I said, I'm at the day hospital, so you're gonna hear like people talking in the background. My bad, but it's good because it gives you the feel of what goes down in the day hospital. 1 second. Sorry, I had to verify some personal information because I want to put my business out there. But so I want to talk about the importance of participating as a sickle cell warrior, right? Like, I understand a lot of times we are tired, we're not feeling well, we have all this stuff going on, and we don't feel like going. But a lot of these things are also on Zoom. You know, there are other ways where you can attend where you don't have to physically be there. So, what we were talking about is how whenever there's an event being held, oh, thank you, Rosella. I really appreciate that. But a lot of times when events are being held for sickle cell community, especially for sickle cell warriors don't show up, and then there's people feeling like it's a wasted effort. I don't know what state each person is. I can only speak for the state that I'm in, but I know there's a lot of times where they have programs and stuff for them, they don't show up. And when you don't show up, that's like a slap in the wrist to the other people, right? Because they've worked so hard to get you to where you are, and when they work hard to get you to where you are, then you don't show for it. Yeah, give me a second. Just getting out of our way. Yeah, my co-star left me. I was fussing at her until her she just went over there and sat down. But if y'all give me a minute, I'm in the middle of getting my dose. I don't want to show her face. Y'all see? You see that? I'm literally in the middle of getting my dose. So you have to verify because it's a controlled substance. You have to verify personal information. So I'm gonna put y'all on mute real quick, so y'all can stay out my business. She about to verify hers. Y'all stay out of our business. Hold on. Rosella, darling, it is all right because my English is not good either. I don't think anybody's in this world's English is perfect. Everybody has their days. So you don't have to worry, darling. I appreciate you for being here and I appreciate you for listening to me. And I hope that I can be a benefit or I can help, and provide information to you in any way. I'm just gonna be on mute just for a little bit more until it gets a little quiet so y'all can hear what I'm saying because I feel like this is important. Like we need to talk to ourselves about this a little bit more. Hang on. All right, guys. I'm so sorry. Thank you all for your patience. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm at the day hospital. There are people that are, also here as warriors getting treatment. We have nurses, doctors, everybody coming in and out, and we socialize. And it was a little loud in here, and I wanted y'all to be able to be able to hear me tell y'all this, because this is very, very important to me. Like, a lot of people are probably going to get mad at me for saying this, and a lot of people are probably going to get in their feelings or whatever the case is. But I have to get it out. Like, I'm quieted too long. I have to get it out. So, once again, basically, we're talking about sickle cell warriors, sickle cell patients, and participating in activities that were planned for sickle cell patients, right? So, what were we saying, Tasha? My co-host, she over there getting, you know, beautiful. Meanwhile, I'm over here looking like a scallywag. But and a rag doll. She did give me a cute little bow in my hair, though. Y'all can't see it. But she gave me a cute little bow because my rubber band popped, and I don't like hair in my face or my body or nothing. And she took it and helped me put it on. But if y'all, as y'all come in, if you have sickle cell, or somebody that has sickle cell, or you're a caregiver, if you could just comment down below and let us know, you know, you can relate, or what state you want to live in, if that's okay. You don't have to, and get people in your business. You don't have to. But as I was saying, so the importance of showing up and participating to sickle cell events, very important. It's very, very important, because a lot of times, I get it, we're sick most of the time, right? And oh, hi Floyd, you know me? Where you know me from? But most of the time, you're sick, you don't feel well, so you don't feel like going anywhere, right? And then sometimes when you are feeling well, you got to catch up on the rest, or you got to catch up on your to-do list and the things that you said that you needed to do. So it's a struggle, it's a balance. I get it. Like,
And they actually think you should be on top
oh, Sean, my man, I see you. Where you been? Where you been, brother? I had to tell my brother. He be excited. I don't think he listening. He kind of mad at me right now. But yeah. So a lot of times for us, we have to find a balance, because when we're not sick, you got to catch up on all your to-do lists and everything else you got going on, right? So I get it. I can relate. Like, I understand the struggle of not being able to do everything like everybody else. But if it is something that you wanted to do, right? Let's say you got a concert coming up. And let's say it's Chris Brown. Chris Brown is your all-time favorite person. You're not in a crisis. You're going to make it to that concert, right? Even if you're not feeling well, you're going to try to make it to that concert, because you have paid money for it. And this, even if it was free, this is one of your favorite people. You have to go there and see it. I got to be there for that. I want us to put the energy, same energy. And I mean, same energy that you put into your day-to-day life as you put into sickle cell. Because if they're having an event for you, right? And y'all don't show up, you're discouraging these people where they feel like I'm not even gonna do that anymore. Like, I know, there's a sickle cell support group in the county that I stay in. And the lady that will organize everything, she was a much older lady. And let me tell y'all, she'll get up early, because this conferences used to be at 9 or 10 in the morning, or 11, I can't remember, between that time. She'll get up early, get muffins, cut up fruit, make coffees, like, do all this stuff to make the sickle cell warrior comfortable. And then after she's done all this, y'all don't show up. You feel what I'm saying? Like y'all don't show up, then you discourage her. So this woman kept going. She kept doing it. She'll plan. She'll get all the food ready. She'll get all that. Y'all don't show up. After a while, she said she didn't want to do it no more because nobody came and she was wasting her time. Right? Had a conversation with her. We turned it into a Zoom thing because I was like, well, maybe when people don't feel well, they don't want to come out, and sometimes it's winter, and winter's too cold for us, and summer's the sun is too hot for us. So I said, well, maybe if we do a Zoom, maybe people will come. Spend time paying for Zoom, setting everything up, all that great stuff, just for what? For people not to show up again. So that's discouraging. People will want to quit helping us if we don't show up to these things that they're providing for us.
For yourself.
For yourself, right? Like it's of the most importance. Like yesterday they had a no, it was sometime this week or Monday or last week. They had some type of conference that
22nd.
yeah, the 22nd of June. They had a conference that talks about the legislation, the new legislation that would affect sickle cell warriors, right? And this was important. I feel like this was important because this is telling you how you're going to be affected going forward, right? And people, some people didn't come. A lot of people didn't come. My co-host went and got the paper for me. See, it says the North Carolina Sickle Cell Client Legislative Committee meeting. Basically meaning we're going to talk about some of this law changes and legislation and how it's going to affect us going forward, because a lot of that does affect us, because our medication is a controlled substance, and there is a controlled substance crisis going on with people taking it and dying it and stuff. So I get it. You don't care, but you should care. You should care, because this affects your future. Like, I trust me, I get it. I'm a sickle cell warrior myself. I get it. Like, our everyday battle is just to not have pain and to live long, right? We struggle every day to not have pain and live long. But we also need to keep that energy towards everything else we do in this life. All right, Sean, I see you. I was just in California. I know it's not the same, but we're gonna have to come visit you. Like, I'm gonna have to take a trip. You still supporting the cookout? Thank you, friend. I appreciate you. Like, I'm so happy. I'm gonna have to tell my brother I ran into you on YouTube. He's gonna be like, "What? That's crazy." Right. I'm gonna tell him we're gonna have to come visit for real. Because I said I'm putting the same energy into my life as I put into work, my kids, everything. Like, you got to put the same energy. And this is why I'm having this conversation, is because we cannot keep using the excuse of, I wasn't feeling well. Well, when I feel well, I just want to chill out. I get it. I get it. I am you. You are me. Like, I get it. But the only thing with that is, if we don't come and listen and support, all these events are gonna start happening, and then guess what y'all gonna be doing? Complaining about they don't never have nothing for sickle cell patients. We just the outcasts. We don't never get nothing. Well, when you did get something, you didn't support it.
And if you don't care, I damn sure.
Right. You didn't support it. Like, you got to support it. You have to support what these people are having for you. Whether it's that you're coming for 30 minutes. Especially the one that grinds my teeth the most is Zoom.
And if you don't,
Like, if it's on Zoom, but even if you are in the worst pain of your life, all you gotta do is log on, put a headphone on, and listen.
lay there.
Yeah, just lay there and listen. My co-host, I don't know what she doing. She's supposed to be right here, literally, to have this conversation. And I don't even ask me what she doing, cause I don't know. I don't know. I asked if she would be a co-host, and she said, "Yeah, I got you, boo." But she ain't hosted. I've been on here for 30 minutes. She ain't code nothing. She showed her face for 10 seconds to answer my question, and then she
I'm
disappeared.
doing the off-camera work.
Look at her. See, I needed her on-camera work today. But
She trying to get a marriage proposal.
oh, is it?
So she gotta be cute.
How y'all doing? Yeah, I'm getting silly, so that means I'm about to be sleepy. When I get silly, them sleep is coming. And as I told you, I'm at the day hospital, so I am medicated. Okay, so I'm about to be drowsy, and right before the drowsy comes silliness. So amen, amen. Right. You know what? Even if you talk about me, I don't care. I'm one of those people. I don't care. I told y'all somebody came on the comment. Somebody commented on the video that I did saying that I sound and look high or blah blah blah. And I said, well, thank you, sir. I hope nobody in your life ever experienced with sickle cell. You know, have a good day. Sir or ma'am or them, or whatever. Have a good day. Have a good day. Whatever y'all say, it don't bother me. I got thick skin. Everybody is the same. We are all humans. Don't nobody bleed no blue. Everybody bleed red. It does not bother me. Y'all can say what you want. It don't bother me. I'm not a glam girl. I don't get on here and put makeup on. Hey, now that I said I'm gonna start vlogging more, you might get me in the bed with my bonnet and my robe on. You won't never catch me naked, but you will catch. I can have crust in my eyes just waking up. I will come online here and say how I feel. I do not. I'm too old. I don't care about what none of y'all say.
And I don't owe y'all no explanation.
I don't care about nothing that none of y'all say. Okay? So keep your comment to yourself. But if you want to bring it on, bring it on. I respond nicely. I don't curse nobody out. I don't get in my feelings. I just say, thank you. Have a wonderful day. Oh, ain't that Sean? You know me. Nothing's gonna change. I am me. She is her. It is me. We are here. Me and my all my personalities. We here. They inside. Nothing's gonna change with me. I don't care how old I get. Nothing is gonna change with me. I'm always gonna be that I don't care phase. Thank you. And you know me, Sean. You know I'm a very nice person. I'm very nice and sweet. But you know when people cross me, I could be that girl too. I can't, and I fight about mines. I do. I tell my daughter every time, please do not put me in a situation where I got to go down there and fight one of your teachers or your parent. I'm not the type of, I don't do violence. I don't come up and just start punching and hitting people. But you put your hands on me, on my child, my children, honey, I'm going to pray for both of us. Because I'm not saying that I win every fight, but I'm going to pray for both of us that God get us through.
And I don't want to say that you know, going or trying to meet Jesus.
Yeah, no, I ain't trying to meet Jesus right
I ain't
now.
really trying to meet people.
I'm not.
If it accidentally happened, then that's on you.
I don't even want an accident. I want it to be whatever God's time it is. Oh my gosh, the kids are doing fabulous. You know, this is summertime is usually like our birthdays. You know, all our kids got them back to back. We got a June 21st, we got a June 24, we got a July 5, we got a July 14. Like summer is popping, but they're doing great. They're growing up so fast. Can you believe that my baby, I don't even know if you know that I had a second kid, but my last child is 3. Like I cannot believe that my baby is 3 already, but they are doing so fabulous. They're doing great. They're smart. They make me proud every day because they don't, get into nothing. They face their studies and their play. No drama. But everything's still the same, Sean. We ain't changed. I don't know if your family's still down here. But sir, you need to come visit so we can talk about this Colorado. Like, I need to get down there. I've never been. I need to see more states that I have never been to. So we're gonna have to chit chat. I don't know if my brother still got your number, but I'll ask him. Your mama's still there? Oh, I know your mama was still here. So how often you come home? That means you gotta come home often then. Cause I know I haven't seen you in years, buddy. Like it's been a long time. I don't know if I was pregnant with the second child when y'all moved. But I'm so happy for you and I'm very proud of you. Like I love you know, the decision you make, your move, and you've always been a great guy. You've always been so nice and sweet. You're great with the kids, not just your own, but you're great with other people's children too. Like, you do your thing. You're a very nice man. And that's why you will always have family in us. I don't know if you know, but my mom passed away. Lord, I still get crazy when I talk about it. My mom passed away last year. So we've been kind of dealing with that. But out of that, everything is great. Everything is wonderful. In which I'm also going to do a story time about that. Um, but every time that I sit down to start recording, I just break down. So I have to, yeah, I have to figure out how I'm going to sit down and have that conversation. But I really feel like I need to share it because it was most traumatic time, worst time of my life, and everything else that
And
was going
unexpected.
on. Yeah, unexpected. And in addition to that, with everything that was going on, there were some other things that happened behind the scene that I'm just like, God, I thank you. Thank you, Sean, for your condolences. There were some things that happened that now I look back and I said, thank you, God. Because if that would have been the young, older me, I would have probably been, you know, locked up or something. But I'm grateful that God gave me the patience to deal with everything as they were coming at me. And not just only that, God helped me get through it because sometimes I still sit down. I'm like, I can't believe that I got through all this going on at the same time and I didn't jump off a bridge and lose my mind. Like, but one thing I did is I stayed prayed up. I could just be sitting down crying and I would just talk silently to God and say, God, just let your will be done. I'm trying to accept this and come to the understanding that it was her time, but it's hard. I don't want to have to blame you because you know the reason why she's gone, but it's hard. And that's literally how, and I'll be in silent and just keep repeating that. It doesn't matter how you pray to God, you just pray, you talk to Him. You ask Him for help, for guidance, for assistance, for whatever it is. So it doesn't matter how you talk to God,
And I actually
you have a
find that
conversation.
I actually find that great when I'm in that space. Talking to talking to the universe is like me talking to you.
Yes, yep, it's
I
much better.
carry on the
Yep,
conversation the way I would a human
yep.
because
Mm-hmm.
that's the way I talk, that's the way I speak. And
Yes.
so when I do speak, I want God to know, oh, that's
That's
Tasha.
tough. Yep.
You
So
know,
true.
I,
I know
I
who
want
that
you to
is.
know what my voice sounds like.
Can
And
y'all
even
hear her?
more,
Let
even
me know if y'all
more,
can hear
I
her.
want my face to say
To
that.
say it, yep.
You know, I want to be that representation, or I want to have that in me so that at any point, if that's who I need to show and be in order
Mm-hmm.
to complete the mission that you sent me
Mm-hmm.
here for
Yeah.
at this
Then
point,
you'll be.
that's the way I'm gonna have to be. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to make sure that I'm
Mm-hmm.
able to do what's necessary
Necessary, right. That's
at
so
that
true.
time.
Oh, good. Yeah, I can hear her. Okay, good. Cause she over there, and I want to make
Okay.
sure that you can listen to her.
Okay, when I keep
Cause
saying good.
she's the reason why I went live. I usually don't like to go live when I'm at the doctor's office in the hospital. Cause like I said, y'all be thinking I'm high and out of my mind and drunk or whatever. But yeah, the medication do make you drowsy. They do make you look like you're high, but I'm not high on anything illegal. I'm high on legal. See, see the IV fluid. Yep. Legal. It's legal. Um, but yeah. Thank you. I'm trying to speak the truth because I don't. I have a lot of knowledge, right? But I don't like to come on social media. Like a lot of people are like, oh my god, you could be doing so great with your advocacy work and blah 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 if you do more social media. But like social media makes me nervous, right? Because I already got enough going on in my life that I don't want anybody coming and spewing more negativity. Even though I don't care what you say about me, but I don't want to see that when I'm trying to mentor or help, people. And not even that, I don't like nobody in my business. So, I show my kids, but it's not all the time. It's rare. Like, yes, I'm married. A lot of people don't know that because I don't wear my wedding ring and I don't my man. Like, I don't really talk about him.
And it's my business.
Yeah, and it's my business. Like, it's not that I don't love him. Like, I love my man, but it's for us. Like, some things I just don't like to share. I don't like to share anything about my husband or my kids or even my brother. My brother has sickle cell disease. He has two children with it. Even with him, I don't like to share some of the things that he's got going on, or if a situation happens and and I want to talk about it, I go to him and say, hey, do you mind if I use your story? Da, 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 da. But I don't sit there and record, him and his kids going through it or whatever. No, 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 no. I ask him for his permission because I think a lot of times that's where people get confused with social media. That's what it is. Social media is not for you to tell everybody your business. Like, I see people, I'm boarding on a plane, I'm about to go to Jamaica for 4 days. Well, I hope they don't got your address because you just told them you ain't home.
Right.
Or you drop your location. Like, think about some celebrities that have been, taken out of this world because they drop location of where they're enjoying life or whatever. So you don't have to prove anything to anybody on social media. You don't have to prove that you're making money and you're going on vacations. I don't got to prove that to y'all. We, what I mean? Our vacation was good. And, we've had many. I ain't got to tell you how many we had. I don't got to tell you nothing. As far as I'm concerned, we ain't had no vacation this year. You feel me? So y'all need to be careful. I'm sorry, y'all. The glow's not right. Y'all got to be careful with how much information you out here devoting to people. Be careful. Be careful with your tags, your location sharing, your all of that. Be careful, please, people. Be careful. Sorry, I'm gonna put you on mute. My doctor's coming. Put you on mute just for a second. Don't go nowhere. Sorry. Had distraction. But yeah, we have to be really careful as to the things that we share. Like, I love when people come on and they educate and they advocate and they talk about even the people that do celebrity gossip. I love it when people come on here, do their little celebrity gossip, give their opinion and move on. Just move on. Like, but a lot of people take it too serious. Oh, I got 20 Birkin bags and I could fly out and da 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 and then other people are looking at it and saying, "Oh God, why my life not like that? What am I doing wrong?" And all this other stuff. And it's like, child, you don't even know if that's true. You don't even know if that person can afford that, because anybody can say anything on social media. You could be whoever you want to be on social media. On social media, I'm the president of the United States of America. What's up?
You used to be able to do that because
Yeah.
they just passed a law last week
No,
that
I'm
says
saying.
that they can um, cancel or remove your account if you are stating false information.
But how are they gonna know when people photo shoot locations of where they are, or people could draw up a
I have no
a portfolio. You could type it up. You could be whoever you want to be. I can come on here on live like I just told people I was the president, and you can come on live and be like, you own so stuff. Yes, thank you, Sean. People confuse fantasy for reality. Okay.
They run a app or something that tells them,
Yeah,
about
girl, they don't run no app that
the
tell them who
person
lying. They
or
don't
their
have
journey.
that. They
Well,
do not have that.
I believe they do, and I believe they do because how can I control what people know
Yeah,
or
but my
don't
thing
know,
is, even
see
if
or
you
don't
find
see?
out that I'm lying, what are you doing
Right.
about it? The only thing you could do is take my social media, and what's that? It's not the end of the world. I'm not dying.
And
Like
depending
that's
on what it is you say in that
yeah,
video,
like
you
right,
could be
but
removed
you could be
permanently.
you could, but
And I'm talking
I
about,
don't talk crazy when I'm on the radio. I mean, when I'm on the radio,
I'm
Lord.
not talking
I
about
don't talk crazy when I'm on the internet.
you removing my account because you
Yeah.
think that that's gonna hinder me from getting out whatever messages is I'm trying to get out there.
No, I don't
No,
care.
the
Don't
only way you're
face
gonna be
me.
able to shut me up is if you
Mm-hmm.
remove me
Yep.
completely,
You're not gonna do that.
involuntarily,
Mm-mm. It's not happening.
or I do something on my end that helps in
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is that y'all trying to do. Probably
Mm-hmm.
because I'm trying to save my life.
That part.
Are you still on there?
Yes, ma'am. But I can mute it. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm getting my next dose, and I don't want y'all in my business. Well, hopefully, we'll
over
see.
there because I'm so sick of it.
We'll
I'm
see.
serious. I've been talking about this for like the past 5 years
See,
about me leaving and going to live somewhere else.
you,
I'm so
well,
dead serious
I
about
don't
it.
know, cause the grass is not always green on the other side,
That's
right?
true.
Cause I thought about
That's true.
moving too, and I'm like, ooh, but this state got this, but I'm like, okay, who has a great sickle cell like clinic or whatever?
Yeah.
Because that makes a world of a
It
difference.
definitely
Like,
takes a lot of research.
yes, you want to be
Definitely.
somewhere where they understand sickle cell, the
Yeah.
struggles, and where they can like
Which I
understand how to
haven't
help
yet.
you get out of stuff. Cause I
I
know
haven't.
in the state that I live in, some cities close by have to drive 2 hours just to get treatment or visit with a hematologist because they don't have it in their area. So that's why I said always do your research and make sure. But if you're traveling, look up the hospitals around where you're gonna be. Confirm if they
Yeah.
have a sickle cell clinic, or
You need to know all
you
of that.
have to, because you don't want to be stuck somewhere and they don't understand what sickle cell is and you're just sitting there. I remember one time I went to the DR and I got into a crisis. Thank God it wasn't one that I had to be rushed to the hospital, but it was bad enough that I knew that pain medication wasn't working. Um, and I also wanted to make sure that, I wasn't dehydrated, my oxygen was good. I couldn't check my hemoglobin, but I wanted to check all the other things. And the problem with that is that they had a nurse on, like a on-call nurse and physician assistant that sits in the they have their own little office on the resort or whatever.
But doing
So I
nothing.
was able to visit and say, hey, I'm not feeling well. And I was able to, and that's another thing, you have to know what to ask for and what to do. So I was able to sit there and say, hey, I need my oxygen checked. I need you to check this and that and that. And they did it. So, and it worked out. I was able to go back to my room, took medication. I lost about like 2 days of not being able to be on the beach and, all that great stuff. But, I didn't have to go into a hospital. That was important. But back to the conversation. The main reason why we're here today. The main reason why we're here today is because sickle cell warriors, y'all need to get up. You need to get your butt up, okay? And you need to participate in these events that they're having for you. We do not want to get to a point where we discourage all these nice people that are trying to help us set up events. We don't want to get to a point where we've got them so frustrated that nobody's doing anything for us anymore. When an idea gets brought up, I hear every time I come to the clinic, and an idea gets brought up, I hear people saying, oh, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna be there for sure. And then I hear some people saying, I don't know why they putting their effort into it. Ain't nobody coming. So it's bad that we've gotten to the point now that people that are trying to have events for us are now rethinking it because they said, y'all don't show up no way.
Because they look, we look like we don't care
Yes, you don't show up
about
no
ourselves,
way.
about
So,
our
can
own
you bring me
self.
one of those napkins when you come back, please? Y'all don't show up no way. And I say that to say, if you continue to go like this, nobody's going to want to do anything or have any events for us.
And it
We
makes all
have
of
to
us
show
look bad.
up. Yes, it makes us look real bad. Not everybody is in the crisis at the same time. Like we're all not having a sickle cell crisis on Friday at 2 o'clock. No.
And just because we all have the same thing does not mean that it affects us in the
No, the
same
same. It
way.
does not affect us the same. And most importantly, like I said, not all of y'all are sick during that time. Not even half of you are sick during that time. Y'all just don't want to help. You need to participate in this stuff. Y'all need to start showing up. You need to start participating. You need to start letting these people know that, wow, I appreciate you for taking the time to set this up for us. That was very great of you.
Yeah.
Like, you need that. You don't need to keep, like, oh, I ain't gonna go to this one. Or maybe I'll go to the next one. Or maybe I'll go. No, the same way that you struggle, you push yourself. Same way you struggle, push yourself to get up and go to work, or go to that clubs with your friend, or go on that vacation, or whatever the case is. You need to put that same energy into showing up for the sickle cell events. There's a Lord, I don't have too much information about it, but please do not quote me wrong. But sickle cell Coliseum, I never know how to say their name. They're having they have a conference that they do in July, which is for sickle cell warriors, which I think that is the best idea or best thing that could ever happen in the sickle cell community. Like, for all warriors to come together to just talk about being a warrior. Parents of young parents that have young children with sickle cell coming in and seeing adults grow up and giving them hope that, my God, so my child also can get here with this degree and that. So I think they're doing the best thing, and they're also awarding scholarships. They have all these great things that they do, a ball, all these wonderful things. Why y'all can't go out and support? Even if you can't afford it, they're giving scholarships. You go out and you support your fellow warriors, or you support the events that people are having for warriors. Because when you don't support and when y'all don't show up, like I said, it discourages anybody trying to do something nice for us. Because then they'll start having a mentality of, they ain't gonna show up no way. And then y'all gonna go back to complaining about, don't nobody ever do nothing for sickle cell. We on the back burner. We don't get this. We don't get that. We don't get this, that. You can't complain. Because when they were giving you the little bit to see how y'all were going to do, you weren't showing up. Nobody's going to continue to just give wasted effort.
Unappreciative and ungrateful.
Yeah, like, you have to show up and show out. And then, like, another thing that grinds my teeth is the whole competition. Child, there is no competition within the sickle cell community. The only competition should be with the stigma. We should be in community. We should literally be in competition with the stigmas that they associate with us. We should not be, and I repeat, we should not be in fights or competition or whatever about sickle cell.
Attacking each other.
We shouldn't, because there's so much that could be accomplished and still need to be accomplished within the sickle cell community, that when we band together, we can have a better result than everybody trying to do their own thing. And I said that to say that, as I talked about the competition piece to say this, right? When you are having a conversation with another warrior, I'm just giving an example, right? I'm having a conversation with a warrior, and I'm telling this warrior that, oh, I have this great idea to start this nonprofit. And the warrior tells me that, oh my gosh, I'm starting a nonprofit too, right? And the warrior starts listing all the stuff that their nonprofit is going to do. Me, Simba, okay? I'm not going to look at the person and say, hey, look, our stuff, our goals are kind of similar. You want to do this together? And let's say sickle cell warrior said, no, I kind of want it to be, just me, or stay in the family, or whatever the case is. Guess what I'm going to say? Oh, that's great. But do you need support? Like, can I support you? Can I help you in any way? I could be your secretary, your personal assistant, whatever. I can print out flyers, whatever I can do to assist, because it's the same goal. It's the same thing that I want to accomplish within the sickle cell community. Instead of starting another one, right? Instead of starting, can you bring me a napkin when you come up? Instead of starting a new nonprofit organization, I'm gonna go over to hers and support her. Why? Because there's no point in both of us doing the exact same thing. You can't. There is no way that you can do the exact same thing. Support each other, work together. You know, every time somebody talks and says, I have this bright idea that I want to do this, da 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 da, somebody else could say, hey, me too. That was my idea too. Okay, well, why we can't work together and bring the idea? Let's work together and bring the idea. Don't just sit there and say, oh, well, my nonprofit is going to be called this and this is what we're going to do and you have that. So now you have two organizations in the same area doing the same thing. Then y'all going to be going back and forth, you know, with each other, arguing, and mine is better, yours is better, da da da. No, as sickle cell warriors, we should not be in competition with ourselves. You should be in competition with the stigma that they associate with us. Be in competition with the stigma. People said that I would never, ever have kids. Guess what? I was competing with that stigma, and I had my kid. The stigma says, oh, we can never graduate college and we're out of school a lot. Guess what? I had competition with that stigma, and guess what? I'm working on my second master's. Don't be in competition with your fellow warriors. Be in competition with the sickle cell stigmas.
Or with yourself.
Or with yourself, right, as Tasha said. Or with yourself, but I ain't even competing with myself. Because I know we gonna win every time when we set our heart to it.
True.
Like y'all have to let's sit here and tell ourselves the truth. Let's not even lie to ourselves no more. Let's be honest. Let's be family and tell ourselves the truth. A, y'all need to start showing up for these events that they are spending their time and planning and all that. Energy, yes. Start making sure that you show up. Put the same energy into that as you would put into the things that you enjoy doing.
They probably could have shared with their family.
You never know what you can learn from meeting other people or from talking to other people. I'm getting a little drowsy now. Yeah, I ain't gonna be here for long. But there's so much that you can learn, you know, by talking to people, being with your fellow warriors. There is so much more that you can learn. So much. Show up. These people are trying. Y'all know I'm old school. From back in the days compared to now, we have came a long way. Not only did we came a long way, we have so many. We have movies, shows highlighting sickle cell. You feel me? Like we have, yeah.
Have you seen all the commercials?
Yeah, right. We have commercials. My brother was in one, you know, for Oxbrighter, by the way, if y'all seen it. But we have commercials talking about sickle cell now. We have events and stuff that people are having for sickle cell patients. Right? Which is something that we've been complaining about so long. Oh, nobody does anything for us. We're the forgetting group. They don't never like us. They don't never see us. Oh, we so bad. We so this and that. And it's like, okay, great. But, excuse me. Question. Question real quick. Why in the world would you be complaining about them not doing anything for you whenever they have something, you don't show up? You don't show up. You don't support your fellow warriors. You don't. I hate to say it. You don't. You don't.
And the bigger picture of that is that you're showing them that you don't give a fuck about yourself.
Yep.
Anyway. So
Yep.
if you don't care about yourself, you
Then
ain't got
what
no
is?
energy to put towards nobody else because you don't give yourself love.
I hope y'all heard that. I really
So
hope
how do
y'all
you
heard
expect
that.
that to work?
I hope y'all heard that. Cause let me tell you, it is important to have self love, right?
Very.
But it's so much going on. Like I used to do this videos. I was the first sickle cell patient to start going live during COVID to talk about sickle cell. I brought in a doctor that talked about how sickle cell affects us, if we had COVID. Like, I literally was the first patient to start doing interviews on Zoom or StreamYard or whatever, and bringing highlight to sickle cell and what we're going through during COVID and everything, right?
Necessary.
And when I started that, there was another organization that said they wanted to do something similar. They asked, if I would give them information of how I went about it, and if I would come and be a special guest on, their show or whatever. And I was like, yeah, that's great. Like, I'm super excited. However, if it was somebody else, y'all would have been like, "Oh, they biting off my style. I'm not coming up there to help y'all build your."
But you know
No,
what?
I don't care because it is the same. We are working towards the same goal. It's a team. I don't care if you do the same thing. I want you to because thank you, because I want you. I want us to get that power together.
And it's
And are
gonna
you
be
sitting?
different anyway, because we're two different people.
We are to
So the way I express something may not be the way that you express something.
that part. Snap, snap, snap.
So
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
we cannot, and I repeat, we cannot keep competing within our community. Like, we can't keep, and I know that we're only human, right? This is what humans have done for many years and many centuries. But I'm begging and asking that going forward, especially for sickle cell, like, let's please share, 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 share. Don't compete. Share, don't compete. Competition is not, it's not good. Then y'all do that, you compete. Then if somebody comes to you and say, "Hey, I have this idea to do this," y'all run and go do create the same thing. Then when people have events for you to come to, y'all don't show up, but then y'all complain about they don't never do nothing for sickle cell. Like, pick your battle. What is it? What is it gonna be? What is it gonna be? Because at this point, y'all just,
On some other stuff.
yeah, it's like we fighting over territory at the time, at the point. Like, I can't fight nobody over no territory. All I want to do is I want to raise awareness. I have an apparel line that I make, like sickle but not broken products. Some people support, some people don't, and it's okay. Like, it's not.
Still gotta get my sweatshirt.
Yeah, it's not what feeds me. You see what I'm saying? So I have a full-time job. It's just something that I wanted to do. And the only reason why I wanted to do it is because I want people to realize that I am sickled, but I am not broken. You understand? Like, I'm saying that to say I accomplish anything that I said that I'm going to accomplish. If I say I'm going to go outside and walk 1 mile, I'm going to do that, no matter if I'm in a crisis or whatever the case. Now, if I'm in a 10 pain level crisis, I ain't going out there to walk no 1 mile. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm just being right. I'm just being ha ha ha. It's a jokey joke. It's not. Now, ain't no walking when you in a level 10 pain. You can't even, honey. That's another story for a different day. But I started because I wanted people to feel good. I wanted them to understand that sickle but not broken, and then there's a message on the bottom of it. You can put your name on the back. Like, I do that, right? But if somebody else came out and said, "Oh, I want to start making apparels, I'm gonna call mine, sickle." oh, congratulations, sis. How much your shirts? Let me buy one. Like, I don't ever fret about that. Most people that I've met on social media that have had sickle cell and they've had stuff for sale and we've talked, like, I purchase it because I want to support you. Because you're actually doing something. You're not sitting on your butt looking for some, people to send you money or looking to increase, whatever. Like, you're working hard. I think your phone beeping. You're working hard. I'm about to get off this thing. I'm sleepy. Come on. You're working hard, towards your goal. My co-star, like, for real, y'all. She ain't show her face yet. Look, she still ain't sat down. And I'm about to exit. But I really, oh, she gotta be deactivated. She just sad.
I'm sorry, guys. I am Tasha. I'm a little late, or a lot
Not
late.
little. She's 73 minutes late. Go ahead, tell her.
But so I got to get discharged and stuff. So I'm gonna get over here and let
Well,
her
tell
do
them
that.
something about supporting and tell them something
And
about the topic.
yeah, so supporting. Um,
Sorry, Miss. I don't want to say your name, but I know what it is. I'm sorry. She'll
yeah,
be over there in a second.
yes,
Go
ma'am.
ahead.
So with that, I feel like people who aren't sick need support and help. If you are with health issues and things of that nature, your support group needs to be bigger. Just like you form that village for your kids when you have them, certain people that you trust beyond a shadow of doubt. And if something happens, they know what to do, you know. And you need those kind of people around you because they're always going to have your back, and they see things that you can't see at that point. And the reason you would not be able to see is because you're on so much medication, you don't have the wherewithal to even form, a intelligent solution to whatever the issue or the problem is. But also, with having sickle cell, it's just so many trials and tribulations and rules and restrictions and all of these things. But all of those things were formed 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, and they still sticking to that protocol. What important subject do you know?
Oh, one sec. Okay.
So I'm sorry, guys. But I forget what I'm saying. Um, I forget what I'm saying.
We're
I
talking about
lost a little track
support
or
amongst the warriors.
whatever. But yeah, support. It's just that support is very, very vital. If you have health issues,
Yeah.
you need people that you trust around you.
What do you feel about them not showing up for sickle cell events that are had?
So this has always been a topic that needed to be out on the forefront because, excuse me, it's very important, but also it tells the world how we are, what we think, what we're doing
Yeah.
for this situation, this case, this category. That's what we're talking about. And so, as a group, if y'all show up or their lack of, how do you think people are going to receive that?
Yeah.
Especially when they have sponsored you, shelled out some money to come to your event or the event. We have all of these things going for us,
Yep.
and all of these things and ways that we can contribute
Mm-hmm.
and make things just that much more better, or
Yep.
just blow it out the water.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, we're gonna put our best foot forward from the start.
Right.
This is the tone, this is the vibe, this is the setting that we going with. And if you feel like you can't handle that, baby, look, go ahead and go home. Maybe tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
you'll feel better, but like they say, three strikes and you out. So, baby, when you come here, make sure you got that big cheesy smile on your face and you look like you happy to be here. There's no other place that you'd rather be than here, volunteering, doing God's work,
Yep.
you
Yep.
know? Because when you insert yourself in someone else's life, I would hope that you're going to show up
Right. That part.
ready. You're going to show up ready for whatever it is that's
Right.
going to come your way. Because you know something is going to come your way.
Mm-hmm.
That's life.
Mm-hmm.
It's happened. That's life. But how you react is on you.
Yeah.
Because you're responsible for you.
You. Yep.
Can't nobody,
Always.
nobody can do what you can do for yourself
Yep.
better. Because you should know you better than anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So
Thank you.
how are you gonna come to me? How you gonna come in my house talking about what I need to do in order
That part.
to reach, the goal that I'm trying to
That
get
part.
to or whatever? Like,
How do you
have you
tell
done it?
me? Right.
Have you helped somebody else that's
Mm-mm.
been in this,
Mm-mm.
space or whatnot?
Yeah, and
But
you're not alone in the sickle cell community. That's what people need to realize. You're
that
not
most
alone.
definitely,
You're not the only one that has sickle cell.
even though it feels that way
Yep, but
sometimes.
you're very much not alone,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
But if you don't start supporting those events that are being had for you, you are going to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that to say people will stop having those events.
Mm-hmm.
And you will now go back to complaining about how they'll never do nothing for sickle cell warriors.
And look,
But they
perfect
do, but y'all
example.
not coming out to
Mm-hmm.
support. Like, that's important.
Perfect example.
Hmm.
Um, so, God, I think she finna get me up out the chair. But
You
anyway.
sitting over here, she'll be all right. Well, you could
But
take your stuff off and give her her chair back. But I don't think they're
right.
taking patients this late. It's 4:22. They about to close in 30 minutes.
Yes. 25.
Yeah, like I don't
Look, if
think.
you ain't looking.
That might be why she chasing me out and told me I couldn't get no more.
Yeah.
And she like, yeah, not gonna keep me until 6 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah. But okay, sorry guys, we
No, it's
having a
alright.
moment.
We always do. We're
But
always having a moment. She'll be a great co-host, but y'all saw how long it took her to get her butt over here. Like, can you imagine if we did like a weekly show? We would fight every week.
look, I was trying to get
And then
ready
she
for
talking about, I'm a
y'all.
little late. No, ma'am. Look at the red. That says 70 minutes. That ain't little. That's a big number. She over here like, my bad. I said, girl, you tried it. Talking about a little late. I'm so glad y'all time it up here so she can see. I'm sorry. She going. She might guess right now.
Okay, y'all. So my team is here, machines and all. So I got to go, but I promise y'all that Simba and I will definitely have more of these conversations.
Tell her to
because they're
promise she'll be on
needed.
time.
And I promise I'll be on time. If I'm
It's
not,
recorded.
y'all tell her what y'all want me to do.
It's recorded. That's all I needed to hear
That's
to make
right.
sure it's
The
recorded.
proof is recorded. So I can't get out of it. There's no way I
Yeah,
can get
it's
out
recorded.
of it. It's okay. And I'm quite sure y'all gonna remind her. Anyway. So that's that. But thank you guys for tuning in and listening to us. Hopefully it gives you a bigger and broader idea of what sickle cell is and what it does. We didn't get a chance to get into how life altering it can be, but it's definitely something that we'll talk about later on. But this is not the end of Simba and I.
Look, it's not the end of Simba and Tasha, but she late 3 more times. It's gonna be the end. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I already know her. She my friend. I already know how she get down. I know she always gonna be late. So if you want her to be on time, tell her 3 hours before she's supposed to be there, and she be on time. But right, but I am getting a little drowsy. I hope y'all can understand what the point and the message that I was trying to get across is that you have got to get out here and support. You have to show up for the sickle cell events that they're having for you. We shouldn't be in competition amongst ourselves. We should be in competition with the stigmas that are associated with sickle cell. So I hope, that you guys take a little bit of my advice. I hope this wasn't boring. I hope you guys watched the video. And I hope that you liked the video because I need some likes. I got to get the word out there. So I thank you all for the people that joined me. I thank you all for joining me today. And for the replay gang, I hope that you're able to understand the message that I'm trying to get across. Thank you all. You all have a wonderful evening.